Greetings, greetings, greetings. Happy Sunday. Trazana Staples here. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I want to come on today. I was so busy this morning, I couldn't get the video out, so I'm getting it out now. It's been raining in Cincinnati all day, so my fellow stroke survivors, I'm sure you can imagine or know how I'm feeling. I'm stiff. My words can't come out, so you know the routine, you know the deal. And I'll probably say that more, but um as a stroke survivor, I decided I'm not going to hide my deficits. I need people to know that I am a stroke survivor and I had a stroke. So when people say, "Oh, you still look the same," or "You sound fine to me," I can't tell you had a stroke. And I know they say that, probably not thinking about it, but a stroke is a traumatic thing, which leads me to my topic, and I want to make it quick, is um let it go, stroke survivor. Getting through our trauma. We can't magically erase our stroke, but we have to remember or talk about our strokes so people will understand. People who have not been through a stroke. Strokes are different for everybody. I've said that before. Many stroke survivors have come up and come out and making videos and talking about their experience and what we go through. Because we'll always be stroke survivors. And this is a new life for us. And I can remember earlier on when I first had my stroke, I was devastated. I was devastated. But I had to um eventually I began to let the trauma go. I had a stroke, but I had trauma. And I had to connect with other fellow stroke survivors who had had strokes prior to me and could give me uplifting, enlighten um uh good words for me so that I wouldn't sink deeper and deeper in a depression. Um, if you haven't chimed in to Dr. Karen Sullivan, she has a weekly video on Facebook. She's a neuropsychologist, and her company is called I Care for Your Brain. I tapped into her shortly after I got out of the hospital because I didn't have information of what I could expect, or you know if I even would recover or whatever. And her information was so enlightening, and she doesn't come across as being a quote unquote um medical terminology, but she gives a lot of pertinent information to help stroke survivors or caregivers in regards to the brain and what's going on. But last Wednesday she had a video, and it was so touching, and there was the most information I had read or received since my stroke. And she talked about the four subtypes of anxiety. And I never heard about the four subtypes. Well, it's more than the four, but she chimed in on the four when it comes when it comes to um strokes. And the four subtypes were generalized anxiety, um, stroke related PTSD, social anxiety, and phobic anxiety. And those in the subtype of those anxieties are trauma. And we have to get through them. We can't get over them because we're the survivors, but we can get through them. We can get through them with help from other stroke survivors. I am a part of several stroke survivor groups, virtually and physically. Reading books, talking to other stroke survivors, talking to uh, other medical professionals, and some of them don't know, but you have to have discernment. But we can get through this. We can get through this. We can um, live a better quality of life. We can embrace life. We can cherish life, and we can live life. You don't have to stop anything. I didn't know that when I first had my stroke, but I know that now. Life is meant to be enjoyed, and we are the lucky ones because we were able to have a stroke and still be here. Um, I know that sometimes people would say you're blessed, or and all types of cliches, but I don't think people just think about the things that they say. Um, because if you haven't gone through the trauma, you don't know. So we have to get together and share our story so that people will understand. And even if they're medical people or people who have um, loved ones who have had a stroke, um, just we can get through this trauma. How? It's up to you. The I can share with you what has worked for me, what is working for me, but your experience could be different. That's the purpose of why I do these videos um, with other stroke survivors so that we can connect and let each other know that this is not the end all. We can still live a happy and loving life. So let's get through this trauma together. Let's share our stories, our journeys, and don't ever be ashamed of having a stroke. I'm not ashamed anymore. My name is Trazana Staples, and I had a stroke. I am a stroke survivor. I am a phoenix rising. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your day. Have a fantastic week. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace, love, and light.